Hello all, Fable here. And before I get into what I want to talk about, I just want to say people need to learn how to freaking drive and read. There is a sign, stop sign right here at Starbucks. There is an arrow going that way with a big circle and a line through it. And a sign on the other side of the stop sign that says, do not enter. This moron, just as I'm turning into Starbucks, he's turning to go onto the highway. And almost slammed into me. So I'm leaning on the horn, stop and lean on the horn. And he looks at me as if I'm the fucking crazy one. Like, are you kidding me, dude? Like, seriously? Oh my God, the sun has got to go. But this is what I call light ice, people. You could hardly see any ice. And the other day when I say extremely light ice, you all heard me. Well, it was light ice. There was more ice than I'd like to, but less than they usually put in. Oh my God, come on. So, but what I want to talk about is kids these days. There are so many people that I know, and they're like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Their kid is not going to college, or going to college part-time and working part-time. Okay, that's fine. If you're working part-time and going to school part-time and you're okay with that and you have enough money to live for your bills, well, that's fine. But I worked full-time and went to school full-time. So, go ahead, dude. But so many parents have said that either their kids are done with school and they're only working part-time. They're still working at, say, Costco part-time or ShopRite part-time. Whatever their part-time job was. They're still doing it and living at home. And my one friend said, yeah, her friend asked her kid, like, are you going to get a full-time job? And they're like, I'm making enough, enjoying my life. What? The whole point of going to college is to get a degree to get a good job. And there is so many that I'm making enough money. I live at home. Like, I have enough money for my car insurance, and my phone bill, and to go out and enjoy myself. Yeah, okay. That was good when you were going to college. My daughter's last year, her 5th year, when she was getting her master's, she went to school full-time and worked full-time. God bless her. I mean, not everybody can do that, so I get that. There are parents, and I don't want to blame parents, but there are parents that feel school is their job. If you can financially support your child and you want them to just do school and not have a job, that's fine. Kudos, because I wish I could have did that for my kids. I really do. But then in the summer, at least, if I could afford for my child to, this guy's stretched in fucking traffic. Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my Lord. Because he wanted to cross. He's directed in traffic. Oh my God. I'm amazed at the things I say. Yeah, the hair's down. But these kids that, like, if I could afford for my child to not work and concentrate on school, my daughter, God bless her, she is lucky that she's very time management person, very smart, so she could handle working part-time, and then when she was going for her master's, working full-time but some kids can't. Like, my son could have, I don't think, and I love him dearly, he's a very smart kid, but he's not focused enough, and I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm not putting my son down in any way, shape, or form. He would not have been able to do a full-time job and full-time school. He was doing like 4 classes and working part-time, which I was fine with, and I didn't mind, out of his child support, paying his car, paying his car insurance, and taking care of things for him because he was going to school. But the minute he stopped, sorry, you're paying for all those things. And some parents are like, oh yeah, I gave my kid a year, but they still didn't find a job, and it's so tough to find a job. We're in a world right now that employers are begging. And there is one time I was complaining about an employee to a manager, and they said, well, it's tough to find good help, since COVID, and we just got to take what we get. God. Sorry, that guy's face was like red, like a beet red. And he, I'm sorry. And then a year came, and well, I was saying about the managers. No, you should still employers should not have to put up with. And I had people say, oh, I'm only making $10, I'm only making $12, I'm only making $15 an hour. So they're getting $15 an hour worth of work. No, you agreed to take this job at $15 an hour. So you need to do your job to the best of your ability and give it 100%. I started out in the construction department after my daughter was born. She was 8 weeks old when I started working there, and I worked around my ex's schedule. I worked in the morning because he worked at night, and he turned around, and I was getting $6 an hour. I was worth so much more, but I agreed to take that job, so I did it to the best of my ability. I wasn't saying like, oh, I'm only getting paid $6 an hour. Bullshit. I'm not that. No, I did it to the best of my ability. Did I fight for more money? Absolutely, because I said I was worth it. And at one point they did, but that's here nor there. If they didn't, I took the job with that salary. So I don't get the mentality. And I'm not saying I would never kick my kid out on the street, but I would be like, if you can go out and spend half your paycheck and have no savings with your friends, you're going to start paying room and board. So then maybe they'll get a full-time job. If you turn around and say to them, well, you know what? It's fine that you're paying your car and your car insurance and your phone bill, but guess what? You're also going to give me $100 a week. They say, I can't afford it. Why not? Because I only work part-time. Well, then I guess you need to get a full-time job. What are you going to do then but you have to impose something on them. I mean, I just don't get the mentality and there's so much mentality of they should start out at the top. I'm not taking a job, in the mail room. I'm not taking a job as someone's assistant. Yeah, you are. Because where the hell do you think you start? You don't start at the top. Like, I don't know why so many people think they are entitled. Oh, sorry. Still got this cough. And I'm talking too much. But I'm getting mad, so I'm like getting loud. Sorry. I'm meeting my guy friends for dinner, which I haven't done in a while. Ooh. Sirens. So I don't know where they get this mentality. Who's teaching them? What are these schools teaching them? That they should rise right to the top to CEO? Like, unless you open your own company, no. Like, we need to get back to teaching our kids like a good work ethic. And there's so many people. I don't want my kid to be an electrician. I don't want my kid to be, a plumber. Why not? Those trades are like, I know electricians. I know plumbers. They make damn good money. So I don't get it. I don't get it. They think they work harder, too hard. I don't know. I think it's good for girls or guys to get their hands dirty. So I don't know. I'd really like to hear feedback on this. Like, my kids, I didn't say they had to get a job, but they did. My son worked and went to school. He wanted to. I didn't tell him he had to. He wanted to get a job. My daughter worked summers, but then her senior year, she worked her summer job. Every summer she worked at Dairy Queen, and she started at PetSmart. So Dairy Queen runs till October. So she was working 2 jobs and going to school full time. And she was taking college. Well, she was going half day high school, half day college classes. And I was just like, oh my God. Like I said, though, she's very lucky. She's very focused. She's very scheduled, very strict, and focused. So she could do that. So she's lucky. And like I said, not everybody is that lucky that they can be that way. Some kids can't work at all and go to school. Okay, I get that. And my son, luckily, as much as he couldn't focus, he did, frick is parking here, man. Okay, tell me this is a parking spot and not for pickup. How? I don't know why people think these spots are for pickup. I don't know. This is the diner where we always go. And I'm going to put on some makeup, people. Look halfway presentable. I'm not going to do foundation. I mean, my bronzer. I am going to do my Bad Girl Bang mascara. Take this stuff off of here and do it here. So I don't know. I'd like to know. I think I'm gonna put my regular glasses on and see if I got any chin hairs that I need to get rid of. I don't know why my face looks shiny, because I washed it before I left work. Oh, I can't. I have to close my vents. For some reason, if my vents are on and blowing in my this eye, my right eye. Oh my God, what the hell? It tears while I'm doing anything. Why is it blowing? I turned it off. You know what? I'm gonna put it to the floor. There we go. Not meeting them till 6, and it's only 20 of. My eye is tearing because it was blowing a little bit. It's watery. I shouldn't say it's tearing. It's watery. Oh, there it goes. So, if there's parents out there, how did you, like how I did it? My kids had an envelope and they had chores to do. And you did all your chores. And so at a young age, I started them. My sister's like, that's only worth a quarter. I'm like, they're 7 years old. A quarter, they do a couple of chores in a day. They can earn $1, $1 a day, $5. $5 to a 7-year-old, I'm talking back then, was like, wow. But, I mean, nowadays, like, screw off. I used to get my kids, I used to pay them $1 to scratch my back. I am a person, I wish there was a place that would scratch your back. Like, you get a massage, scratch your back. Because I love my back scratched. To me, a guy will say to me, hey, I will scratch your back for like a good scratch back. I mean, scratch back. I'm talking like my granddaughter, back scratch. I dated this one guy for over a year, and I said, oh, can you scratch my back? He's like, yeah. I'm like, no, harder. And he's like, I'm not scratch. It was like a tickle. And that was like nothing. I'm like, oh my God, dude. He's like, I'm gonna hurt you. I'm like, trust me, you're not. So, needless to say, he was not kinky at all. All right, I think that's enough mascara. We're gonna put the glasses on. Ladies out there, know the best place to do, oh, I see a hair already, to do plucking is to see is in the car. I don't know what it is about it. But you can see the best. That. And in between getting, waxed. I don't know why I need to keep my mouth shut. Why I am doing this. I'm trying to talk and it feels weird to talk. It's when I'm doing my mascara, and I'm sure other people I know, you're like doing your mascara. When I'm doing this, I'm like trying to keep my mouth open. When I'm doing my mascara, I'm trying to keep it closed. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see any more. Only had a couple. So now I will do my blush. And I'm gonna put these glasses on because I'm gonna need to see inside. My boss had her eyebrows done today. Oh my God, they look great. And everybody tells me that I don't need to have my eyebrows done. That I have Brooke Shield eyebrows. I don't know about that, but I know people that have plucked them so thin. And I never did my own wedding. I didn't have, oh my God. I didn't have my eyebrows done. It wasn't until whose wedding? Oh, my brother's wedding. That her sister-in-law did my hair at the time. And I have this thing from my necklace. And besides skin tags, that, and she's like, why don't I wax your eyebrows? And I'm like, oh, okay. And never had it done before. And it was the day of the wedding. And I was a little nervous, but I didn't want to tell her no. Oh my God. Trying to find the right mascara. Lip stuff. Here it is. This is a neutral color. Yes. So. Okay. So, it's a little darker than I remember. But, put this stuff back. I don't know this entitlement that these kids feel. That they feel they're owed. Like, I don't get it. I'm going to drink my coffee while I'm waiting for them. Because this is an iced brown sugar shaken espresso. And I usually say decaf, but I did not. I forgot. Oh my God, my boobs are light. This bra, I shouldn't wear it. It should go in the garbage. The underwire came out. So I'm going to put these on. The underwire came out. I don't think I need these then, right at the moment. The underwire came out. So I thought, oh, I could still wear it, but my boobs kind of pop out. I don't know. So, yeah. Like I said, as my kids got older, of course, the amount the chore was worth increased. And I put their money in an envelope. And even when I was with their father, and once I got to middle school, and I was like, they were like, can I go to the movies? And I'm like, how much is in your envelope? And they're like, $20. I'm like, okay, then you can go to the movies. But everybody's going for pizza afterwards. I go, well, you have the movie at that time, I think was like $11 or something, or $10.75, something, I don't know, between 10 and 11. So it's like, okay. They're like, yeah, but tomorrow night I'm supposed to do such and such. Okay, well, I won't have money to do that. Sorry. You know, you spent your money, and they had the ability to earn $25 a week. And I paid for, they didn't have to pay for their lunches. I paid for their lunches out of that. I paid, and my daughter was very slick. She wasn't a big eater. Breakfast, yes. And she'd have her snack, and she wasn't a big lunch eater or dinner. But breakfast, she ate a lot. So she turned around and she split lunch with one of the girls who was also not a big lunch eater, and pocketed the money. One day I'll buy and we'll split. The next day you'll buy. And so she kept her money. So the one time she wanted something, and I was like, you don't have enough in your envelope. Well, I have, I don't know what she said, $50-something or something like that. I was like, how do you have that? I've been saving it from my lunch money. I said, you're not eating lunch? No, I'm eating lunch. I split it with Caitlin. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? She's like, what? You give me the money for lunch, and I don't want a whole lunch. She doesn't want a whole lunch. I'm like, point taken. So the one time I said to her, and I even put this on Facebook because I thought it was funny. I said to her, you know, money doesn't grow on trees. She said, well, actually, trees, she goes, money is made out of paper, you know, dollar bill, you know, the bills, are made out of paper. Paper comes from trees. So actually money does grow on trees. And not like technically, leaves grow on trees, but it is made from. So, again, couldn't argue with her there. She was always outsmarting me. My son had some witty comebacks too. Can't think of them right now. But I really, I'm watching people go in and out. I'll give it another 5 minutes because I have to use the ladies' room before we eat. Although my friend Joe is probably going to be here early. But so they had to budget. And then once I got divorced, I gave them, they each got $405 a month. I got $405 a month for each of them. I put it in there. They were both working, both had checking accounts by then, or savings, I'm not sure which. And oh, sorry. So I would put it in their account. And my daughter really thought, and I've said this before, and you probably heard it before, she learned very quickly how to budget her money. My son, he was like, woohoo, until he went shopping and he didn't look at prices. And he spent almost $200. And he was like, oh my God. He goes, I was so shocked. I was like, well, did they charge you right? He's like, what do you mean? I go, well, the price compared. He's like, I didn't look at the prices. For the first time, I just wanted to buy and not look. And I'm like, oh my God, dear God, my son. He learned quickly. He had his fun, and then he learned quickly. And there was things he splurged on. Things my daughter would splurge on. But they learned how to budget their money. So I want to hear if you gave your kids a budget. I mean, I know people that just handed their kids like $40 for the movies because then they went for pizza afterwards. And I'm like, it doesn't cost that much. And you're not doing them any favors by just handing the money every time they need it. I don't know. I wasn't raised that way. I was raised, my mother was a single mom with 5 kids. And she worked more than one job. So she worked a full-time job and part-time job. And sometimes 2 part-time jobs. So I was raised to earn what I had a paper route at 11 and babysat. Right now, I don't think in this world an 11-year-old would babysit. I wouldn't trust an 11-year-old to babysit. But then in the summer, I had a job. I think it was 6 hours a day I worked, because I think that was what they put us, the limit they put us on, under the work program. But so, sorry, I'm itchy. Yeah, so that is really what, I had to earn everything. And even though I could give my kids stuff, oh, I think Joe's pulling next to me. I'm gonna go now. Talk to you later. Bye.